You're seconds away from collapsing. But instead of slowing down, your body decides to sprint. It doesn't ask, it doesn't warn. It acts because it thinks it's saving you. What follows isn't panic. It's not chaos. It's a calm, calculated betrayal, because your body believes it's keeping you alive, and that belief will bring you down. There's a moment, hidden, invisible, where your survival instincts stop helping you. It begins in the hypothalamus, the core of your primal decision-making. This is not the logical, thinking part of your brain. This is the part built for war zones, for wilderness, for sudden predators. It interprets stress as a threat, and once a certain threshold is crossed, it stops analyzing. It starts reacting. This is called neuroprioritization, a process where your body reorders what it thinks is essential. Motor output increases, pain tolerance spikes. You feel sharp, light, ready. But it's fake. Your blood pressure is unstable. Your glucose is dropping. Your internal temperature is outside ideal range. Still, the system doesn't care, because in survival mode, performance is prioritized over preservation. Let's put this into a real scenario. A firefighter is in a collapsing building. He's disoriented, low on oxygen, and sweating uncontrollably. He should stop, regulate, signal for help. But instead, he runs toward the exit with one last push. That's the mistake. His body chooses action over analysis, because the ancient programming says movement means life. He collapses mid-stride, and it wasn't fear. It wasn't fatigue. It was a neurochemical lie, dopamine and cortisol working together to override logic. This isn't unique to extreme jobs. You can see this in marathon runners collapsing at the finish line, in hikers ignoring dehydration warnings, in parents pushing through illness to care for a child and blacking out. It's everywhere, and it's silent. What makes it dangerous is this. The moment feels right, the decision feels heroic, the body feels ready, but everything inside is failing. Because the moment you hit that invisible breakpoint, your internal systems stop negotiating. They go on autopilot, and autopilot doesn't care about sustainability. It only cares about now. You might remember a time when your body pushed too far, a heat wave, a panic attack, a sleepless night where your hands were shaking, but you kept going. You didn't stop, you didn't rest, and only later, maybe hours, maybe days, you realized your body had made the wrong call, and you followed it. Have you ever felt your body betray your logic? Comment below if you've experienced a moment like this, or if someone you love has. Sometimes the warning signs are there, but silence feels safer. You still feel okay. You're standing, thinking, functioning. Your breathing is controlled. Your hands are steady. Nothing feels wrong. That's exactly the problem, because the system that should alert you is hiding the truth. This is how homeostatic deception works when the body enters critical stress zones. It often masks dysfunction, not to protect your health, but to maintain the illusion of control. Your nervous system redirects resources. Blood flow leaves the skin to preserve core temperature. Muscles steal glucose from vital organs. Your brain blocks pain receptors to keep you moving. You feel strong just before the crash. This phase is dangerous, not because you're weak, but because your body is lying with confidence. Let's look at what this means, moment by moment. You're hiking in dry heat. The air's thin. Your water's almost gone. But you keep walking. You don't feel dizzy. You don't feel pain. You feel capable. This is the second layer of failure. The sympathetic nervous system is overriding. Discomfort. Your adrenal glands are still firing. Your cognitive optimism bias, a neurological trick, tells you you're close. Just push a little more, but inside, microfailures are stacking. Cells are entering anaerobic respiration. Electrolyte balance is unraveling. Cerebral blood flow is decreasing. Your system is closing in. But your perception hasn't caught up, because your baroreceptors, sensors that detect pressure and volume, are late. And by the time they fire their final signal, it's not a warning. It's a shutdown command. One of the most terrifying aspects of collapse isn't the fall itself. It's the moments before, when everything still felt okay. This is why trained professionals still go down. Why pilots with thousands of flight hours make fatal decisions in hypoxia. Why soldiers in peak condition collapse from heat stroke after the mission? Because the circuit of failure is invisible, and invisibility is what makes it lethal. The body isn't trying to deceive maliciously, it's just working off an outdated blueprint. For most of human history, short bursts of performance meant survival, so the system was designed to sacrifice long-term function for short-term power. But in modern stress scenarios, this becomes a flaw. What used to save us now sets the trap. Here's what you need to understand. You won't feel the exact moment you're about to fail. You'll feel close to the goal. You'll feel proud of your discipline. You'll feel like pushing one more time. And that is when the floor disappears beneath you. This is not about fear. It's about recognizing the pattern. Collapse doesn't always look like shaking hands or blurry vision. Sometimes it looks like confidence, like progress, like strength, until it doesn't. You don't collapse because you failed. You collapse because your body made a decision without asking you. In a fraction of a second, it rerouted blood away from your brain, lowered your pressure, cut the lights. In that moment, the exact second it happened, felt like nothing. No alarm, no final warning, just darkness. This is the quiet betrayal built into our biology. The body runs on protocols, and those protocols were never designed for the world we live in now. They were made for wilderness, for running from predators, for pushing one more second, because that second could mean life. But today, those same reflexes can end you. You thought you were in control. You felt stable. Then the lights went out. That's not weakness. It's legacy code. It's your own system believing it knows better and making the final choice for you, not based on reality, but on instinct. That's the real danger. You think you'll know when you're close to the edge. You think your body will signal the emergency. But what if? What if the collapse isn't at the edge? What if it's already behind you and you're still walking? Have you ever felt like your body made a choice without your permission? Comment below. Sometimes the most dangerous moment is the one that still feels normal.